What up, what up? I'm the math teacher Goat, and today in third grade math, we are doing a full lesson on how to add two-digit and three-digit numbers, like 200 and plus 26. Before we get started, though, do me a favor, go to the description of this video and click on that link. Really important today because that gives you the notes for this video. I'm going to do a bunch of addition problems like you saw there, something plus something, and it's really nice to have that in front of you so you can follow along. I'm going to do a bunch of problems, then you're going to do a bunch of problems, and I'm going to want you to try this out on your own. So if the notes are there, it would be really nice. If you don't, you can still watch the video and learn a thing or two. Speaking of video, please like it, subscribe to my channel, and leave a comment if you can. Tell me how wonderful I am. This is how you add two-digit and three-digit numbers. First things first, you line up the numbers. And in all the problems that we do today, that's going to be done for you already. Okay, all the numbers are lined up. The ones place values all lined up. The tens place value. I got 100 here. No 100 there, but that's okay. You're going to start on the right and you're going to add the digits. Now, what's going to happen is if your answer is 10 or more, you're going to write what you have in the ones place value underneath the line and then carry over the number from the tens place value. Now, that's not going to happen here, not for this problem. Okay, but that's what you're going to do if that happens. Then once you're done the column, you move to the left, then you move to the left, and you add and you add and you add until you have your final answer. So this is very basic. 0 plus 6 is 6. Let me get a marker ready. 0 plus 6 is 6. 0 plus 2 is 2. And 2 plus nothing is 226. So nothing carried over that we had to worry about. That's not going to happen every single time. So let's follow these rules for every single time we have a problem like this. Now we're going to do two per slide, per page, whatever you want to call it. 2 plus 2. Now again, what we're doing is we're starting all the way to the right. Okay, and then we're adding them up. If it's bigger than 10, you carry over a number and then add everything. 2 plus 2 is 4. Nice and easy. 0 plus 1 is 1. Nice and easy. 4 plus nothing is 4. So 402 plus 12 is 414. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Let's look at this one. 753 plus 151. 3 plus 1 is 4. 5 plus 5 is 10. So now we have a number that's 10 or higher. So what we're going to do is write out the 0 from the ones place value. Since it's 10, you write out the 0 and carry over the 1. Okay? So that 1 and that 0 would make 10. We write out the 0 and carry over the 1. 1 plus 7 is 8. 8 plus 1 is 9. So our final answer is going to be 904. Okay? Let's keep going. Go all the way to the right. Add these up. 3 plus 2 is 5. 6 plus 2 is 8. 7 plus nothing is 7. Okay, not bad. We have 807 plus 120. 7 plus 0 is 7. 0 plus 2 is 2. 8 plus 1 is 9. So nothing to carry over there. We just go all the way to the right, add them up, then move over, add them up, then move over, add them up until we're done. Okay? Nothing to lose sleep about with those problems right there. These guys are just a little bit more complicated though, but that's okay. Start all the way to the right. 8 plus 9 is 17. That's 1 7. So you write out the 7, carry the 1. Now you add those three guys up. 1 plus 6 is 7. 7 plus 8 is 15. So 15, 1 5, write out your 5, carry the 1. Now add these three numbers up. 1 plus 4 is 5. 5 plus 4 is 9. So 468 plus 489 is 957. Okay, let's do it again. 676 plus 70. Start all the way to the right. 6 plus 0 is 6. 7 plus 7 is 14. So you write out the 4, carry the 1. 1 plus 6 is 7. 7 plus nothing is still 7. So we end up with 746. I bumped my mouse, popped down the X, no big deal. Anyway, you try it. So if you do have the notes in front of you, I want you to pause the video and then do them completely on your own and then come back and see if you got it right. Okay? Give it a shot. Pause the video now. Welcome back. All right. So let's see how we did. Add 658 plus 86. All right, start all the way to the right. 8 plus 6 is 14. So write out your 4, carry the 1. Now you're going to add these three. 1 plus 5 is 6. 6 plus 8 is 14. So you write out your 4, you carry the 1. 1 plus 6 is 7. 7 plus nothing is still 7. And 658 plus 86 is 744. Let's go to this one. Start all the way to the right. 7 plus 4 is 11. So write out your 1, carry the 1. 1 plus 4 is 5. 5 plus 7 is 12. So that's 1, 2. Write out your 2, carry the 1. 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus 3 is 6. So 247 plus 374 is 621. Let's keep going. 204 plus 749. Go all the way to the right. 4 plus 9 is 13. So that's 1, 3. Write out your 3, carry the 1. 1 plus 0 is 1, and 1 plus 4 is 5. 2 plus 7 is 9, so 204 plus 749 is 953. Now we have 913 plus 43. So start all the way to the right. 3 plus 3 is 6. 1 plus 4 is 5. 9 plus nothing is 9. So 913 plus 43 is 956. Okay, let's keep going. 411 plus 76. Start all the way to the right. 1 plus 6 is 7. 1 plus 7 is 8. And 4 plus nothing is 4. So we end up with 487. Now we have 250 plus 444. Start all the way to the right. 0 plus 4 is 4. 5 plus 4 is 9. 2 plus 4 is 6. So 250 plus 444 is 694. All right? So I hope that felt good. I hope you understand. If you need to rewatch it. But let's wrap this up with the short word problem. Okay? And that word problem is, if I can get to it. Kelsey. Kelsey has 295 pieces of paper at school. She has 72 pieces of paper at home. How many pieces of paper does Kelsey have altogether? So she's going to take her 295 that she has and her 72 that she has and combine them. That's addition. So we're going to add these two numbers up. So it's very important that I line things up by place value. 295, we're going to add to that 72. Okay, so the 5 and the 2, those are the ones place value. The 7 and the 9 are in the tens, and then 2 is all alone in the hundreds. Let's add these guys up. Okay? All the way to the right. 5 plus 2 is 7. 9 plus 7 is 16. 1, 6. So write out your 6, carry the 1. 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus nothing is nothing. So we get 367. Now this is a word problem, so we need to answer using words. How many pieces of paper does Kelsey have altogether? Well, Kelsey has 367 pieces of paper. Okay? All right. So hope this video helped. Again, if you're not sure about adding, it's a very, very, very important topic. Go back and watch it again so that you feel a little bit more comfortable. But speaking of watching, thanks. And make sure you subscribe, like the video, leave a comment, watch all of my third grade videos. I would really appreciate it. Until next time, bye. What up, what up? I'm the math teacher Goat, and today in third grade math, we're going to do word problems on adding 2-digit and 3-digit numbers. If you watch all of my videos, and I hope you do, you should be good at adding 2-digit and 3-digit numbers from the last video. If you don't feel comfortable with this idea, go back and rewatch that, because we're going to be doing now word problems on the exact type of thing that you saw in the previous video. Now, what I want you to do, if you feel comfortable, is go to the link found in the description of this video. It's going to be the notes for this. Now, these are word problems. There's lots of words, so it would be really nice if you have the words in front of you, if you can download the notes. If you can print them out, even better. If you can't, watch the video anyway. You'll still learn a lot. But it sure would be nice if you had those, because I'm going to do a bunch of problems. Then I'm going to have you pause the video and you try a bunch of problems on your own. Also, like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment if you can, all that good stuff. Now, in the last video, we did a bunch of problems just like that guy that you see up there. Did a bunch of problems just like that. And so I'm going to quick redo one of these problems using the same exact steps that we saw in the last video. You're given 377 plus 27. It's very important that you line things up by place value. You write out 377 and 27 and line up the ones place value and the tens place value and the hundreds if necessary. Otherwise, it's not going to look right. So you go all the way to the right and you add your numbers. Now, if when you add the numbers, the number you get is 10 or more, so in this case, 7 plus 7 is 14. That's 1, 4. What you're going to do is write down the ones number digits. So since it's 1, 4, you're going to write out your 4 and carry the 1. So the 1 comes up here, the 4 goes down there. What do we do with that 1? Add them to both of these. So now we do 1 plus 7, which is 8. 8 plus 2, which is 10. So we have a number that's 10 or more again. 10 is 1, 0. So you write out your 0 and carry the 1 and then finish the problem. 1 plus 3 is 4. 4 plus nothing is still 4. And you get 404. So since these are word problems, we're going to be given words, figure out what we're supposed to do, and then set up the addition problem just like that. So let's get a little sneak peek of what we're going to see and how we even do that. You're going to read the problem carefully because, right now we know we're doing addition. But later in these videos, I'm going to give you subtraction, and we're going to have to figure out which one you do based on the way it's worded. So in these cases, you're going to read it, set up the addition problem, add the numbers, and you'll get an answer. What's really important is once you get an answer, since this is a word problem, your answer has to have words in it. Isn't that crazy? So if someone's like, how many apples do you have altogether? You're going to be like, 15 apples. You're not just going to go, 15. Because, they're going to want to know what you're talking about. This happens every single day. So we have this problem down here. Nicholas saw that the printer had 144 sheets of paper in it. He added 52 more sheets. How many sheets of paper are in the printer now? So he has 144. He adds 52. We're going to add these numbers up. So I'm going to write out 144, and we're going to add to that 52. Okay, so the 5 is in the tens and the 2 is in the ones, and everything is lined up the way it should be. Now we add these two numbers up. Okay, starting all the way from the right, we add 4 plus 2, which is 6. Then we go 4 plus 5, which is 9. And 1 plus nothing is 1. So we have 196. Now, we're not just going to write it out like that and walk away and move to the next problem. We're going to write this out using words. How many sheets of paper are in the printer now? Well, we have 196 sheets of paper. It just sounds better when you write it all out. Okay? So that's a very basic problem. That's how these are done. Of course, it's not always going to be like, I'm going to add this to that. I'm going to add this to that. Sometimes there's different words, and using those words, we figure out if we're adding or doing something else later in third grade. Again, right now, it's just adding. We're going to deal with subtraction. We're going to deal with multiplying, all these other things as the year goes on for you in third grade. Now, Lexi's town has 265 benches at the park. The town workers added 34 more benches. How many benches are in the town now? So the wording is very nice. You have 265 benches, and it says we are added 34 more. So we are obviously adding here. Now make sure that everything's lined up to 65, nothing, 3, 4, and we're going to add these guys together. Okay, so start all the way to the right. 5 plus 4 is 9. 6 plus 3 is 9. 2 plus nothing is 2. So this is a word problem. How many benches are in the town now? 299 benches. And that is our answer for that word problem. Okay. A trucker drove 246 miles yesterday. He drove 152 more miles today than yesterday. How many miles did the truck driver drive today? All right, so yesterday was 248. Today is 152 more, and we care about today. So I know this is addition because I have 248, and I'm going to add to that 152. So I'm going to set up 248, and I'm going to add 152, and that gives me how many he drives today. So let's add these up. Okay, start all the way to the right. 8 plus 2 is 10. So that number's bigger than 10. That actually number is 10. So I'm going to write out 1 0. So the 0 goes under there. And then I carry over the 1. 1 plus 4 is 5. 5 plus 5 is 10. So you write out your 0, carry over the 1. 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus 1 is 4. And you get 400. Now, what are we trying to find out? How many miles he drove today. So he drove 400 miles. Okay? Okay. A teacher has 365 pencils. She has 196 more markers than pencils. How many markers does the teacher have? So we know how many pencils there are, and there's 196 more than that. You're going to add here. So 365 pencils. There's 196 more markers, so we add these two numbers up. So go all the way to the right. 5 plus 6 is 11. 1, 1. Write out your 1 here, carry over the 1. 1 plus 6 is 7. 7 plus 9 is 16. So you write out your 6, carry the 1. 1 plus 3 is 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. So you get 561. This is a word problem. and we are trying to find how many markers the teacher has. So that's 561 markers. Okay. So I just did 3, well, technically 4. I want you to try these out completely on your own. So if you have the notes in front of you, pause the video and do the next problems completely on your own. Come back and double check. If you don't have the notes in front of you, that's fine. Just watch the video. You'll learn something. But right now, if you can, pause the screen now. All right. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. The school library has 519 books. Then the library bought 221 new books. How many books does the library have now? So they already had 519. They got 221 more. We're going to add those numbers together. So set it up. 519 plus 221. And let's add these up like we always do. 9 plus 1 is 10. So you write out your 0, carry the 1. 1 plus 1 is 2, and 2 plus 2 is 4. 5 plus 2 is 7, and you end up with 740. We are asking how many books does the library have? 740 books. And that's our answer for that one. Kelsey had $584 in her bank account. She deposited $25 that she received for her birthday. Happy birthday, Kelsey. How much money does Kelsey have in her bank account now? So she had an amount and she's adding more to it. So we're adding 584 plus 25. So let's write that out. 584 plus 25 and see what that ends up getting us. Go all the way to the right and start adding those numbers. 4 plus 5 is 9. 8 plus 2 is 10. So write out your 0, carry the 1. 1 plus 5 is 6. 6 plus nothing is still 6. So we have 609 as the number answer. But this is a word problem, and we want to know how much money does Kelsey have in her bank account now. So 609 means $609. And that's the answer for Kelsey and the amount of money that she has in her bank account. The candy store sold 367 pieces of chocolate candy and 378 pieces of fruity candy. How many pieces of candy did the store sell in all? So they sold this much, they sold that much. They want the total amount. Let's add them up. 367 plus 378. We're going to add those guys up. Start all the way to the right. 7 plus 8 is 15. So 15 has you write out your 5, carry the 1. 1 plus 6 is 7. 7 plus 7 is 14. So you write out your 4, carry the 1. 1 plus 3 is 4. 4 plus 3 is 7. So you have 745. We are asking how many pieces of candy did the store sell in all? Well, that would be 745 pieces of candy. And I bought them all. Joking. Oh, I do love junk food, though. It's a problem. It really is. Let's wrap this up with another word problem. Word problems on top of word problems on top of word problems on top of word problems. I just added some really terrible numbers for this one. These are just gross numbers. It's the same type of problem you've seen all throughout this video, just uglier. Over the weekend, a pizza shop made 399 plain pizzas and 287 pizzas with toppings. How many pizzas did the shop make in all? So again, we have a certain amount of this kind, we have a certain amount of that kind. Let's put them all together and add them up. We're going to add up 399 plus 287. Make sure everything's lined up. Make sure you add up correctly. Let's choose our different colors so that we know what we're doing. Start all the way to the right. You have 9 plus 7, which is 16. 1, 6. Write out your 6. Carry the 1. 1 plus 9 is 10. 10 plus 8 is 18. Write out your 8. Carry the 1. 1 plus 3 is 4. 4 plus 2 is 6. And we end up with 686. And we're looking at pizzas. So 686 pizzas. I do love pizza. One of my favorite foods. Not going to lie. One of my faves. But you know what is one of my faves? You. And I'd like to thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the channel. Please like the video. Please leave a comment if you can. And watch all of them. Okay, this is the 8th or 9th full 8th grade lesson or 3rd grade lesson that I've done. Something like that. It's not 8th grade. Third grade lesson that I've done. And I hope you're watching them all. Please continue to do that. And until the next one, bye. What up, what up? I'm the math teacher Goat. And today in 3rd grade math, we're not going to add 1. We're not going to add 2, but we're going to add 3 numbers together. You've added 2 numbers together. Now we're going to add 3. So it's a little bit more challenging, but you know what? It'll be fun. Go to the link in the description of this video and download the notes because I'm going to do a bunch of problems. Then I'm going to have you pause the video and do some problems on your own. And it would be really nice if you had the notes directly in front of you, if you can print them out. If you can't, that's okay. Watch the video. You'll still learn a lot. By the way, speaking of the video, like it, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment if you are able to. Let's get right into it. How do we add 3 digits? Well, it's the same as adding 2 digits. You just have to be a little bit more careful as you add along the way. You're going to first make sure that the numbers are lined up like they are right here. They're going to be lined up most of the time anyway. You start from the right like you would normally do, and you would add the digits like you would normally do. We just have to be a little bit more careful, like I said, because we have more to do and more to remember, so just kind of remember things along the way. What's very important is if you add these numbers up and the number is greater than 10, then we need to write down the 1 digit in the 1's place value, and then the digit in the 10's place value and kind of carry that over. We keep adding until we're done. And that's how you add 3 digits. So when I look at this guy, we're going to go from the very top and add our way down, remembering the numbers along the way. So 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus 0 is still 3, so we write out 3. Then you move to the next one. 2 plus 2 is 4. 4 plus 9 is 13. Write out your 3, carry the 1. 1 plus 4 is 5. 5 plus 3 is 8, and you end up with 833 as my final answer. Okay? So we're going to do that a bunch of times. Practice, 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 practice. Then you're going to do some on your own. Start all the way to the right, add them up, and remember your numbers along the way. 4 plus 4 is 8. 8 plus 3 is 11. Write down your 1, carry the 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 6 is 8. 8 plus nothing is 8. Write out your 8. Drop down your 2 because we have nothing to do. And 14 plus 264 plus 3 is 281. That's it. That's it. Let's do it again. Go all the way to the right. Start at the top and add. Don't forget your numbers along the way. 9 plus 2 is 11. 11 plus 8 is 19. Write out your 9, carry the 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 7 is 9. 9 plus 3 is 12. Write out your 2, carry the 1. 1 plus 7 is 8. That's it. 8 plus nothing else is still 8. 19 plus 772 plus 38 is 829. See? Not bad. Ooh, three digits. Let's see what we can do with this one. Start all the way to the top right. 5 plus 9 is 14. 14 plus 2 is 16. Write out your 6, carry the 1. 1 plus 8 is 9. 9 plus 4 is 13. 13 plus 5 is 18. Write out your 8, carry the 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. 3 plus 3 is 6. That gets you 686. All right? You feeling good? I'm feeling great. One more, and then I think you guys are going to try it on your own. Let's change colors. We've done this whole same color the whole time. It's bland. All right, top right. 8 plus 2 is 10. 10 plus 6 is 16. Write out your 6, carry the 1. 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus 7 is 10. 10 plus 1 is 11. Write out your 1, carry the 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. 3 plus 5 is 8. Write out your 8. And 128 plus 172 plus 516 is 816. All right? So I'm going to pause the video. Well, I'm not going to pause anything. I'm going to have you pause the video, and you try the next couple on your own. If you have the notes, do them and then come back when you're ready and check your work. If you don't have the notes, then don't pause anything and just watch me do it. Or as the next slide pops up, pause it quick and then do the problem. But right now, pause the video now. All right. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Let's see how you guys did. 26 plus 2 plus 500. Really nice problem to start out. 6 plus 2 is 8. 8 plus 0 is still 8. Write out your 8 right there. 2 plus nothing plus 0 is 2. Write out your 2. And 5 is all alone. Write out your 5. 26 plus 2 plus 500 is 528. All right. 96 plus 710 plus 184. Start top right. 6 plus 0 is 6. 6 plus 4 is 10. Write out your 0. Carry the 1. 1 plus 9 is 10. 10 plus 1 is 11. 11 plus 8 is 19. So we're going to write out our 9. Carry the 1. All right, 1 plus 7 is 8. 8 plus 1 is 9. And after all this said and done, we have 990. 125 plus 204 plus 618. Start at the top right. 5 plus 4 is 9. 9 plus 8 is 17. Write out your 7. Carry the 1. 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus 0 is 3. 3 plus 1 is 4. Write out your 4. 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus 6 is 9. So we end up with 947. Okay. 103 plus 122 plus 705. 3 plus 2 is 5. 5 plus 5 is 10. Write out your 0. Carry the 1. 1 plus 0 is 1. 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus 0 is 3. Write out your 3. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 7 is 9. 103 plus 122 plus 705 is 930. Okay? So, not that bad. Let's wrap this up with the word problem. Let's see what word problem we have today. Kelsey is collecting canned food for a school drive. On Monday, she collected 146 cans. On Tuesday, she collected 238 cans. On Wednesday, she collected 315 cans. How many cans did Kelsey collect all together? So we're going to add all three of these numbers up. So let's line them up. 146 lines up with 238 perfectly, which also lines up with 315 perfectly. And we're going to add these three numbers up. All right, start from the top right. 6 plus 8 is 14. 14 plus 5 is 19. Write out your 9. Carry the 1. 1 plus 4 is 5. 5 plus 3 is 8. 8 plus 1 is 9. So you get a 9 there. 1 plus 2 is 3. And 3 plus 3 is 6. Now, this is a word problem that's asking how many cans did Kelsey collect altogether? Well, she collected 699 cans. All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, please subscribe, please leave a comment if you can, and watch all of my videos. Until the next time, bye. What up, what up? I'm the math teacher Goat, and today in third grade math, we are talking about word problems that involve not one, not two, but adding three numbers together. So if you watch all of my videos, and I hope you do, the last video that we did was adding three numbers together. Now we're going to incorporate word problems, everybody's favorite. What I want you to do, though, right now is please go to the description of this video and click on the link. That's going to give you the notes for this video. If you're able to, please print them out and follow along, because I'm going to do a bunch of problems and then ask you to pause my video and do some problems on your own. It's just easier if you have the notes in front of you. Also, like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment. All that good stuff goes a very long way for me. Now, let's remind ourselves how to add three digits, okay? You start at the top right all the way over here, and then you add the right numbers. Now, make sure they're lined up. They are. We're going to see that a lot here, but make sure they are lined up because we have a 3-digit, a 2-digit, and a 3-digit. And notice how everything's kind of like stacked to the right. Make sure it's stacked to the right. So we're going to add 8 plus 8 plus 8. Now, that's a lot, so you're going to want to kind of take your time and do it slowly. Also, keep in mind that if anything you add is bigger than 10, you're going to write out one digit and carry over another digit. Then you keep adding until you're done. So, let's slow this down. Let's do it one step at a time. Go to the top right, and remember the numbers along the way as you do the math. 8 plus 8 is 16. 16 plus 8 is 24. Write out your 4, carry the 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. 3 plus 8 is 11. 11 plus 5 is 16. Write out your 6, carry the 1. 1 plus 3 is 4. 4 plus 2 is 6. And write out your 6. 318 plus 88 plus 258 is 664. Okay? So that's just adding digits. We haven't even touched the word problems yet, but here they are. Now, when you see a word problem, what you're going to want to do is read the problem very carefully to make sure you understand what's going on. In this case, we know it's going to be addition problems, so we're going to set up the addition problem once we're done reading things out. You add the numbers and answer using appropriate words because this is a word problem and you need to make sure you use words in your answer. So a sporting goods store ordered a shipment of 87 basketballs, 182 tennis balls, and 66 golf balls. How many balls did the store A sporting goods store ordered a shipment of 87 basketballs, 182 tennis balls, and 66 golf balls. How many balls did the store order in all? So we have this. We're going to add them up. Okay, so when we have these numbers, 2 digits, 3 digits, 2 digits, we need to make sure everything is stacked all the way to the right when we set this up. So we have 87 plus 182 plus 66. And then we add these up the way we normally would. Start all the way to the top right. 7 plus 2 is 9. 9 plus 6 is 15. Write out your 5, carry the 1. 1 plus 8 is 9. 9 plus 8 is 17. 17 plus 6 is 23. Write out your 3, carry the 2. 2 plus 1 is 3, and you end up with 335. Now, this is a word problem, and we need to answer it using words. So, how many balls did the store order in all? 335 balls. All right. You ready to do some on your own? Well, not on your own. You ready to do some with me with pictures? A breakfast restaurant sold 9 plain waffles, 95 blueberry waffles, and 794 strawberry waffles. I guess they have a favorite over there. How many waffles did the restaurant sell in all? So you have 9, you have 95, you have 794. Add them up. So 9, 95, make sure they're stacked all the way to the right, 794. Let's add these 3 numbers. 9 plus 5 is 14. 14 plus 4 is 18. Write out your 8, carry the 1. 1 plus 9 is 10. 10 plus 9 is 19. Write out your 9, carry the 1. 1 plus 7 is 8. So, how many waffles did the restaurant sell in all? 898 waffles. Waffles. Donkey. Shrek. He liked them. The donkey liked them in Shrek. Remember that movie? It's a good one. Last year, a bakery made 175 apple pies, 133 cherry pies, and 50 pecan pies. I don't know why I said 50. It's 50 pecan pies or pecan pies or pecan pies. How many pies did the bakery make in all? Well, 175, 133, 50. Let's add them up again. Make sure you stack everything to the right. 175, 133, 50, which is 50. Let's add them up. Okay? Go all the way to the top right. 5 plus 3 is 8. 8 plus 0 is still 8. Write out your 8. 7 plus 3 is 10. 10 plus 5 is 15. Write out your 5. Carry the 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. And 2 plus 1 is 3. 358. Now, the question is asking how many pies did the bakery make in all? 358 pies. I love a pie. I love a good pie. The number pie. You don't know what that means yet. A cookie company sold 209 chocolate chip cookies, 241 butterscotch cookies, and 147 oatmeal cookies. How many cookies did the company sell in all? A lot of sugary food for these word problems. I wonder who made them. 209 and 241 and 147. How many cookies did the company sell in all? We're going to add again. Write out 209, and we're going to add 241, and we're going to add 147. Add them up. Start all the way from the top right. 9 plus 1 is 10. 10 plus 7 is 17. Write out your 7. Carry the 1. 1 plus 0 is 1. 1 plus 4 is 5. 5 plus 4 is 9. Write out your 9. Carry the 1. 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus 2 is 5. 5 plus 1 is 6. 697. So the question is asking, how many cookies did the company sell in all? The company sold 697 cookies. Cookies. All right. So I just did a bunch. I did 4 of them. I want you to try some on your own. Okay, if you can, pause the video. If you have the notes in front of you, do the next bunch of problems. If you can't pause the video, then maybe you just play a little bit and quick pause before I do it and try to do it on your own. But if you're able to, pause the video now. Welcome back. Kelsey bought candy at the candy store. She bought 2 cinnamon bears, 355 gummy worms, and 36 lemon drops. How many pieces of candy did she buy in all? 2 and 355 and 36 means you're going to add them. 2 plus 355, remember I stack everything to the right, plus 36. We're going to add them. All right, so start from the top right. 2 plus 5 is 7. 7 plus 6 is 13. Write out your 3. Carry the 1. 1 plus 5 is 6. 6 plus 3 is 9. Write out your 3. And we only have write out your 9. And we only have a 3 over there. So we end up with 393. Now, what are we talking about? Pieces of candy. So Kelsey bought 393 pieces of candy. Okay? All right. Let's keep on trucking. The snow cone stand at the county fair sold 27 grape snow cones, 79 watermelon snow cones, and 611 orange snow cones. How many snow cones did the stand sell in all? All right, so we are going to add 27 plus 79 plus 611. Stack everything to the right. We're going to add these 3 numbers up. Start at the top right. 7 plus 9 is 16. 16 plus 1 is 17. Write out your 7 and carry the 1. 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus 7 is 10. 10 plus 1 is 11. Write out your 1. Carry a 1. 1 plus 6 is 7. And you end up with 717. Now, what are we talking about? How many snow cones did they sell? Well, that would be 717 snow cones. Everything, again, involving sugary junk. I love it. This video has significant health problems coming their way. Not anymore, though. A men's clothing store ordered some winter sweaters to sell. They ordered 221 red sweaters. 353 green sweaters and 270 blue sweaters. How many winter sweaters did the store order in all? So we're going to add you plus you plus you because we're going to put everything all together. So 221 plus 353 plus 270. Let's add these tree numbers up. Start at the top right. Remember your numbers along the way. 1 plus 3 is 4. 4 plus 0 is also 4. 2 plus 5 is 7. 7 plus 7 is 14. Write out your 4. Carry the 1. 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus 3 is 6. 6 plus 2 is 8. So we have 844 winter sweaters. Let's wrap this guy up with, guess what? Another word problem. A landscaping company ordered some supplies. They spent $197 on flowers, $387 on trees. Oh, yeah, and they also spent $229 on bushes. How much money did the company spend in all? Let's add these three pretty gross numbers up. We have 197. We're going to add 387. And we're going to add 229, blah, plus blah, plus blah. Start at the top right. Let's use green for bushes. And money. 7 plus 7 is 14. 14 plus 9 is 23. So write out your 3, carry the 2. Oof. 2 plus 9 is 11. 11 plus 8 is 19. 19 plus 2 is 21. Write out your 1, carry the 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. 3 plus 3 is 6. 6 plus 2 is 8. So we're talking about how much money did the company spend in all? Well, they spent 813 buckarooskies. All right. Well, that was a lot of fun. Please make sure you like, subscribe, leave a comment, watch all my videos. Thanks for watching. Bye. What up, what up? I'm the math teacher Goat, and today in 3rd grade math, we are talking about subtracting 2 and 3-digit numbers. Now, for all of you teachers, for all of you parents or older students, we are not going to borrow today. This is not regrouping. It's just a number minus a number, one place value at a time. Very basic subtraction, the beginnings of subtraction for 3rd grade. Before we get started, click the link that you can find into the description of this video. That'll be the notes for this video. Click on them, download them, print them if you can, have them in front of you, because I'm going to do a bunch of problems, and then I'm going to ask you to do a bunch of problems, and it sure would be nice if you had those directly in front of you. Also, like, subscribe, leave a comment, all that good stuff. It goes a very long way for me. Now, how do we do subtraction without borrowing, without regrouping? Just regular old basic subtraction. Well, step number 1, make sure all the numbers are grouped to the right. Okay, stacked to the right by place value. Ones with the ones, tens with the tens, hundreds if necessary. They are. Then you start from the right and subtract the ones place value, subtract the tens place value, and then the hundreds if necessary. So you go all the way to the right and you do one place value at a time. 2 minus 1 is 1. Write it underneath the line. 7 minus 3 is 4. Write it under the line. And 3 minus nothing is 3. Write it under the line. So 372 minus 31 is 341. Okay? So I'm going to do a bunch. I'll have you pause the video, and then you're going to do a bunch. 766 minus 22, the Taylor Swift special. Start all the way from the right. 6 minus 2 is 4. Write it out. 6 minus 2 is 4. Write it out. 7 minus nothing is 7. Write it out. And our answer is 744. Not too bad. How about 3 digits minus 3 digits? 756 minus 353. Start all the way to the right. 6 minus 3 is 3. 5 minus 5 is 0. 7 minus 3 is 4. And we end up with 403. Okay? Let's do it again. Let's do it again. 293 minus 142. Go all the way to the right. 3 minus 2 is 1. Write it out. 9 minus 4 is 5. Write it out. 2 minus 1 is 1. Write it out. And our answer is 151. All right. 894 minus 92. all the way to the right. 4 minus 2 is 2. 9 minus 9 is 0. And 8 minus nothing is 8. So our answer is 802. Let's keep going. These aren't too bad. 278 minus 156. Go all the way to the right. 8 minus 6 is 2. Write it under the line. 7 minus 5 is 2. Write it under the line. 2 minus 1 is 1. And we end up with 122. How about 834 minus 201? All the way to the right. 4 minus 1 is 3. 3 minus 0 is 3. 8 minus 2 is 6. So we end up with 633. My age. I'm just a few years younger than that. Oh, man. Well, I did a bunch. So these are not too crazy. It's just knowing your subtraction. I want you right now to pause the video and try these on your own. If you have the notes in front of you, pause the video, do them, and then come back. All right. If you don't have the notes, then just maybe pause them as they come up and try them on your own anyway. Or at least just watch the video. You'll learn something. But if you can, pause the video now. Welcome back. All right. How did you do? Let's find out. 349 minus 19. Go all the way to the right. 9 minus 9 is 0. Write it underneath the line. 4 minus 1 is 3. Write that underneath the line. 3 minus nothing is still 3. And we end up with 330. Okay? How about 287 minus 131? Start from the right. 7 minus 1 is 6. Write it down. 8 minus 3 is 5. Write it down. 2 minus 1 is 1. And you end up with 156. Okay. All right. 566 minus 34. Start all the way to the right. 6 minus 4 is 2. 6 minus 3 is 3. 5 minus nothing is 5. And you end up with 532. How about 438 minus 437? Let's see what happens. 8 minus 7 is 1. Okay. 3 minus 3 is nothing. And 4 minus 4 is nothing. So 0, 0, 1 is just sloppy looking. Just write out 1, and 1 will be your final answer for that one. We'll put it in a nice little box all on its own. A nice little box. All right. Lots of zeros to this one. 878 minus 578. So start all the way to the right. 8 minus 8 is 0. Write it under the line. 7 minus 7 is 0. Write it under the line. And 8 minus 5 is 3. So you get 300. Not too bad. How about 995 minus 363? All the way to the right. 5 minus 3 is 2. Write it down. 9 minus 6 is 3. 9 minus 3 is 6. And you end up with 632. All right. So we did a lot of practice, and it really wasn't that bad. If you know your subtraction facts, this is fast stuff if you don't have to worry about regrouping and borrowing and stuff like that. So let's do a word problem. Let's wrap this guy up. Kelsey has had 197 marbles in a jar. She took out 21 marbles. How many marbles are still in the jar? Well, she had 197. Then she removed 21 of them. And when you take out a number, you're subtracting that number. So we are going to do 197 minus 21. Now, we need to set that up. All the other problems were set up for us. This one isn't, so we have to be very careful. 197. And we're going to subtract 21. Make sure your numbers are stacked to the right. So that 2 goes under the 9, and that 1 goes under the 7. Just like that. Okay? Now it looks like every other problem that we did, just red. So start all the way to the right. 7 minus 1 is 6. 9 minus 2 is 7. And 1 minus nothing is 1. Now, this is a word problem, so we need a word for our answer. How many marbles are still in the jar? 176 marbles are still in the jar. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. That'll do it. So, please like the video, subscribe, leave a comment if you can. Watch all of my other third grade math videos. And as always, thank you for watching. Bye! What up, what up? I'm the math teacher Goat, and today in third grade math, we are talking about subtraction with borrowing. In my last video, we did basic subtraction, no borrowing. You just subtracted numbers, easy peasy. Now we're going to have to borrow, so this is a little more complicated. So watch the last video if you can so that you feel good about this one. If you already feel good about it, then let's watch it anyway. What I also want you to do is go to the description of this video and click on the link. That's the notes for this video. Download them, print them out if you can, because I'm going to do a bunch of problems and then I'm going to ask you to do a bunch of problems, and it would be nice if you had those directly in front of you. Also, like the video, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment, watch all of my third grade math videos so that you feel comfortable for third grade math. Now, this is borrowing. Every now and then when you subtract, you're going to notice a number that's smaller than the number underneath it. And you're like, 5 minus 7? I can't do that. Well, that's when we borrow. So these are how you do problems like this. First off, just make sure the numbers are lined up. They are. Okay, the ones are with the ones, the tens are with the tens, hundreds maybe. Everything's stacked to the right. That's what we want. You're going to start to the right and you're going to subtract like normal. Now, if you have a bigger number minus a smaller number, you're in great shape. Just do it. 3 minus 1 is 2. Just like that. Now you move to the next number over. And if you notice that the top digit is smaller, you have to borrow from the next digit from the left. So what you're going to do is we're going to borrow 1 from 4 and turn 4 into the next number below 3. So 5 now becomes 15. And 4 becomes 3. We are borrowing 1 and making this a 2-digit number. Now we can do this. 15 minus 7 is 8. And then you keep working to the left. Now we have 3. 3 minus nothing is 3. And we end up with 382. So if we have to borrow, we move to the next number over, take 1 from that number and make it 15, 17, 12, whatever it has to be so that you can actually subtract. So that's borrowing. Now I'm going to do a bunch, you're going to do a bunch, and we're going to be perfect. So start all the way to the right. 9 minus 4 is 5. Easy peasy. 1 minus 3, I can't do it because 1 is smaller than 3. So I'm going to borrow 1 from 9 and turn 9 into 8. So 1 becomes 11. 11 minus 3 is 8. Now I move to the next one. 8 minus 8 is nothing. So I'm going to just end up with 85 as my answer. Okay? Let's do it again. Go all the way to the right. We have 514 minus 200, 429. 514 minus 429. Go all the way to the right. 4 minus 9. I can't do it. So let's borrow 1 from 1 and make 1 0. So now I have 14 minus 9. 14 minus 9 is 5. Now let's go to the next one. 0 minus 2. I can't do it. So we borrow 1 from 5 and make 5 a 4. Now I have 10 minus 2, which is 8. 4 minus 4 is nothing again, so we don't need to put a number there. And again, I end up with 85 as my answer. 2 85s in a row. Who would have thought? Let's keep trying this out. 948 minus 35. Go all the way to the right. 8 minus 5 is 3. 4 minus 3 is 1. And 9 minus nothing is 9. We didn't have to borrow. Not every single problem is going to be borrowing. I mean, you saw that in my last video. None of them had borrowing. This one didn't either. That makes life a whole lot easier. All right, how about 546 minus 349? Go all the way to the right. 6 minus 9, can't do it. So let's borrow 1 from 4 and make it a 3. Now I have 16 minus 9, which is 7. Move to the next one. 3 minus 4, can't do it. Borrow 1 from 5 and make 5 a 4. Now I have 13 minus 4, which is 9. 4 minus 3 is 1, and my answer is 197. Ooh, it gets really gross right there. You'd think that that's not that bad. That's gross. We'll get there, though. 892 minus 95. Start all the way to the right. 2 minus 5, the top digit's smaller, so I can't do it. Borrow 1 from a 9 and turn it into an 8. Now I have 12 minus 5. 12 minus 5 is 7. 8 minus 9, can't do it. Borrow 1 from the 8 and make it a 7. 18 minus 9 is 9. 7 minus nothing, 7. And I end up with 797. All right, now these are definitely not fun. 400 minus 295. We're going to do a lot of borrowing, and you'll see why. Start all the way to the right. 0 minus 5, can't do it. So I'm going to have to borrow over here, which I have nothing to borrow from. So I need to borrow again before I even borrow in the first place. So if you have double zeros or something like that, you're doing double borrowing. So if I try to borrow from 0, there's nothing to borrow. So I have to do it again. So I'm going to borrow 1 from 4 to make you 3. You are now a 10. Now I can borrow 1 from 10 and make you a 9. So that's going to happen when you have double zeros or when the numbers get bigger, triple zeros. You're going to do some borrowing and borrowing before you can even start the problem. And that's what happened here. So double borrowing, not that much fun at all. So now we can actually do it. Start from the right. 10 minus 5 is 5. 9 minus 9 is 0. And 3 minus 2 is 1. So 400 minus 295 is 105. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Don't like it. But now that I did a bunch, you should be able to do a bunch on your own. So I want you to pause the video if you have the notes. Do the next round of problems. If you don't have the notes, then either watch the video or quick pause it and do them on your own and then watch them. But what I want you to do if you do have the notes is pause the video now. All right, let's see how you did. Let's see how you did. 146 minus 131. Start all the way to the right. 6 minus 1, 5. 4 minus 3, 1. 1 minus 1, nothing. I didn't have to borrow. It's a nice start. Can't say that about this. All right, so we have 2 minus 6. Can't do it, so you need to borrow. You can't borrow from 0. We learned that a couple problems ago. So we need to go to the left one more time and borrow 1 from 8. Make you a 7. Now we can borrow from 10, make you a 9, and make you a 12. So 12 minus 6 is 6. 9 minus 8 is 1. And 7 minus 2 is 5. So we didn't have to have a double 0 to do that double borrowing that we saw before. Zeros definitely complicate things when you're subtracting. You would think it would be easier, but not if that number's on top. All right, 626 minus 219. Start all the way to the right. 6 minus 9, can't do it. Let's borrow 1 from 2 and make you a 1. 16 minus 9 is 7. 1 minus 1 is 0, and 6 minus 2 is 4. The answer is 407. All right, how about 587 minus 92? 7 minus 2 is 5. 8 minus 9 can't do it. Let's borrow 1 from 5, make it 4. 18 minus 9 is 9, and 4 minus nothing is 4. 495. Ugh. 400 minus 292. So double borrowing again. 0 minus 2, can't do it. Can't borrow from 0, because 0 minus, you just can't do it. So let's borrow from here. So let's borrow 1 from 4 and make you a 3. Now let's borrow 1 from 10 and make you a 9 and do this problem. 10 minus 2 is 8, write it under the line. 9 minus 9 is 0, write it under the line. 3 minus 2 is 1. And 400 minus 292 is 108. How about 536 minus 248? 6 minus 8 can't do it. Borrow from 3 and make you a 2. 16 minus 8 is 8. 2 minus 4 can't do it. Borrow 1 from 5 and make you a 4. 12 minus 4 is 8. Write it under the line. 4 minus 2 is 2. And you end up with 288. All right, let's do a couple more. 698 minus 189. Start all the way to the right. 8 minus 9 can't do it. Let's borrow 1 from 9 and make you an 8. 18 minus 9 is 9. 8 minus 8 is 0. 6 minus 1 is 5. 509. How about 501 minus 229? Okay, start all the way to the right. 1 minus 9, can't do it. Borrow from 0. I can't, so let's borrow from 5. Borrow 1 from 5 and make you a 4. Now let's borrow 1 from 10 and make you a 9. 11 minus 9 is 2, write it under the line. 9 minus 2 is 7, and 4 minus 2 is 2, and you end up with 272. All right, let's do a word problem to wrap this guy up. What we have to be careful of is how we set the problem up, but also understanding what we do. Malia has $562 in her wallet. She spends $219 on groceries. How much money does Malia have left? So she has a certain amount and she spends some of it, which means she loses it, which means she subtracts it. So we're going to do 562 minus 219. So set up 562 minus 219. Everything else just lines up nicely. Lines up nicely. We don't have to worry about stacking everything to the right. And we just do the problem. Go all the way to the right. 2 minus 9 can't do it. Let's borrow 1 from 6 and make you a 5. 12 minus 9 is 3. 5 minus 1 is 4. And 5 minus 2 is 3. This is a word problem, and in this word problem, we're talking about money. So how much money does Malia have left? Malia has $343 in her wallet. So subtraction with borrowing, sometimes it's bad, sometimes it's awful, sometimes it's not. But I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned a lot today. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment if you can. And as always, thanks for watching. Until the next time, bye. What up, what up? I'm the math teacher Goat, and today in 3rd grade math, we are talking about word problems that involve subtracting 2-digit and 3-digit numbers. Now, in my last video, all I did was math involving subtracting those types of numbers. Now we're going to turn them into word problems and make them a little bit more complicated. But before we get started, what you really should do, since this is about word problems, is go to the description of this video, click on the link and download the notes. If you can, print them out. It would be so nice to have those in front of you, especially because I'm going to do a bunch of problems and then ask you to do a bunch of problems too. Also, like the video, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment, all that good stuff if you can. Now, let's talk about what we saw in the last video if you didn't watch the last video. And if you didn't watch the last video, just watch it. But if you can't, we did problems just like this. We took 752 minus 369, and we went over how to do this step by step. First thing when you're subtracting numbers like this is you go all the way to the right. Make sure the numbers are lined up first, but then you go all the way to the right, and then you do 2 minus 9. Now, if the top digit is smaller, you need to borrow from the next place, and that's going to happen here because 2 minus 9, I can't do it. So what you do is you borrow 1 from 5 and turn 5 into 4. Now we can do 12 minus 9, which is 3, write it below the line. Moving on to the next number, we now have 4 minus 6. I can't do that either, so let's borrow 1 from 7 and turn you into a 6. Now we have 14 minus 6, which is 8, write it below the line. Last but not least, we have 6 minus 3, which is 3. And so as we go right to left, we do all the numbers and we end up with 383. So that's what we did a bunch of times in the last video. We mainly focused on the math. Today, we're going to focus on what to do when it's a word problem. Now, when it is a word problem, you're going to read it carefully and make sure you know what you're doing. I have a video where I do addition word problems, and now I have a video that you're watching where it's subtraction. So as you do more and more, you need to figure out, is this addition? Is it subtraction? Is it something else? You know, today we're doing subtraction. But as you do more problems, that's something you need to figure out. So with these problems, we are going to know it's subtraction because I'm going to be taking away something, or we will be losing something, or something's going to be going away. So we read the problem, we say it's subtraction, and then we set it up. Now, Pickles the cat collected 562 toy balls. He gave 248 toy balls to other cats at the shelter. What a good cat Pickles is. So he had 562, and he gave away 248. How many toy balls does he have left? So the question is what does he have after he has a certain amount and then got rid of a bunch? That is subtraction. So we set it up. Make sure everything is lined up. 562, and we're subtracting 248. 3-digit minus 3-digit means setting it up is pretty easy. Now we subtract like we normally would. So let's start all the way to the right. 2 minus 8, I can't do it. So let's borrow 1 from 6 and make you a 5. 12 minus 8 is 4. 5 minus 4 is 1. And 5 minus 2 is 3. Now, this is a word problem. So it's very important that we answer using words. How many toy balls does Pickles have left? 314 toy balls. Okay? So we're going to do a bunch of those together. I'm going to have you do a bunch on your own. Let's see if we can figure this stuff out. All right. Blake had 750 grams of sugar. He used 546 grams to make cakes. How much sugar did Blake have left? So he starts out with 750. He used 546. How much does he have left? That means he's losing 546. So we're going to set up a subtraction problem. Okay? Now we go right to left. 0 minus 6, can't do it. Let's borrow 1 from 5 and make it a 4. 10 minus 6 is 4. Write it under the line. 4 minus 4 is 0. And 7 minus 5 is 2. So how much sugar does Blake have left? Well, we're using grams of sugar. So we're going to say 204 grams of sugar. Okay? Subtraction Word problem, bun, bun, bun. Alexis had $244. Then she spent $128 at the mall. How much money does Alexis have left? So she has a certain amount. She spends it, which means she loses it. How much does she have left? So this is subtraction again. 244 minus 128. So we line everything up, 3 digits minus 3 digits, easy peasy. And let's do some subtraction. We have 4 minus 8, can't do it. Let's borrow 1 from 4 and make you a 3. 14 minus 8 is 6. 3 minus 2 is 1. And 2 minus 1 is also 1. So this is a word problem. Let's answer using words, or in this case, symbols, because how much money does Alexis have left? Well, she has $116. Okay? So this week, there's another one. This week, a sandwich shop sold 472 sandwiches. The shop sold 274 warm sandwiches. Okay. So we're adding some words. They sold this many sandwiches total, and 274 of them were warm sandwiches. The shop also sold cold sandwiches. Okay, so all of the sandwiches are warm and cold. They sold 274 warm ones. We don't know how many cold ones. How many cold sandwiches did the shop sell? So we need to get rid of the warm ones. We have all of the sandwiches, which is 472, and we're going to get rid of, which is subtraction, the warm ones. So that's 274. All right, so this is going to give us the number of cold sandwiches that are left over. So 2 minus 4, can't do it. Borrow 1 from 7 and make you a 6. 12 minus 4 is 8. Move to the next one. 6 minus 7, can't do it. Borrow 1 from 4 and make you a 3. 16 minus 7 is 9. And 3 minus 2 is 1. So how many cold sandwiches did the shop sell? 198 cold sandwiches. All right. I don't know why I'm holding my finger up like that, but I am. Now I think we're done doing stuff together, and now you're going to try some on your own. See, I figured it out. All right, so if you have the notes in front of you, pause the video, try them out on your own, and then come back to it. If you don't have the notes, that's okay. Watch the video. You'll learn something anyway. But if you're able to, pause the video right now. All right. Let's see how you did. An artist has made 165 paintings in her life. So far, she has sold 56 of them. How many paintings does she still have? So she starts out with 165. She sold 56 of them. That means she got rid of 56. So we subtract 56, and that'll tell us how many paintings she has left. So 5 minus 6 can't do it. Let's borrow 1 from 6 and call you 5. 15 minus 6 is 9. 5 minus 5 is 0. And 1 minus nothing is 109. So 109 what? How many paintings does the artist have left? 109 paintings. There are 124 chairs in the music room, and 81 are being used. How many chairs are empty? So we have a room full of chairs. 81 of them have people in it, which means the other ones are empty. Let's get rid of the 81. So we start out with 124, and we're going to subtract 81. So start all the way to the right. 4 minus 1 is 3. 2 minus 8 can't do it. Borrow from 1, call you 0, call you 12. 12 minus 8 is 4, and 0 minus nothing is nothing. So that leaves us with 43. 43 what? How many chairs are empty? 43 empty chairs. Okay? Last week, Kelsey spent 215 minutes doing homework. She spent 113 minutes doing math, and the rest of the time reading. How many minutes did Kelsey spend reading? So we start out with 215. 113 are math, the rest are reading. So we have to get rid of the 113. So what we have left over is reading. All right, so this is subtraction. Start all the way to the right. 5 minus 3 is 2. 1 minus 1 is 0. 2 minus 1 is 1. Didn't have to borrow anything there. And the question is, how many minutes did Kelsey spend reading? She spent 102 minutes reading. All right. Good for you, Kelsey. Good for you. Let's wrap this thing up with, guess what? Another word problem. Nevaeh just added $315 to her bank account. Now she has $912 in her bank account. How much did she have in her bank account before that? So this is really strange. The wording's very different. We haven't seen one worded like this. This one's complicated. Well, if she adds 315 to get 912, that means the number before this number was smaller. So I need to make 912 smaller by 315. How do I do that? Subtract. So 912 minus 315. Very strange wording. Can be very confusing, but that's all right. That's what you have me for. 2 minus 5, can't do it. Borrow 1 from 1 and call you 0. 12 minus 5 is 7. 0 minus 1, can't do it. So borrow 1 from 9 and call you 8. 10 minus 1 is 9. 8 minus 3 is 5. And the question is asking, how much money did she have in her bank account? Well, she had $597 in her bank account. And if you're not sure, what you do is you take 597, add 315, and you will get 912, just to double check your work. Doesn't hurt you. I mean, it takes a minute, but it doesn't hurt you. You know what else doesn't hurt you? Subscribing to my channel and liking my stuff. Doesn't hurt you at all. Also, leave a comment. Unless you have severe arthritis, that won't hurt you either. Thanks for watching. Until the next time, bye. What up, what up? I'm the Math Teacher Goat, and today we are going to add 4-digit and 5-digit numbers. Now, I have videos where I add 2-digit and 3-digit numbers. This is no different. It's just some more stuff to add. Before we get started, do me a favor, go to the link in the description of this video, click on that, and you'll find the notes for this. We're going to do a bunch of problems. I'm going to have you pause the video so you could do a bunch of problems. It sure would be nice if you had those with you, if you can print them out. If you can't, that's fine. Just watch the video. You'll learn something anyway. If you like the video, hit like. If you love it, hit subscribe. Also, leave a comment if you can. Now, like I said before, if you know how to add 2 and 3-digit numbers, then adding 4 and 5-digit numbers are going to be basically just the same thing, just more to do. All right, so first things first, how do you do them? Well, you line up the numbers, make sure they're stacked all the way to the right. You go all the way to the right and add the digits. Now, if the number is greater than 10 when you add them, then you put the number in the ones place here and carry over the number in the tens place. So 3 plus 8 is 11. So I'm going to put 1 here for the ones place and put 1 here for the tens place. That makes 11. Now I move to the left. Add them again and remember the numbers as you add them in your head. 1 plus 9 is 10 and 10 plus 7 is 17. So for 1, 7, 17, you write out the 7 under the line and carry over a 1. Keep working your way to the left. 1 plus 6 is 7. 7 plus 0 is still 7. Write out your 7. Nothing carries over. 8 plus 8 is 16. So write out your 6. Carry the 1. And 1 plus 1 is 2. Don't forget your comma. You end up with 26,771. Okay? So That's what we're going to be doing. I'm going to do a bunch, and then I'm going to have you do a bunch. So start all the way to the right. 1 plus 7 is 8. Write it underneath the line. 9 plus 5 is 14. Write out your 4, carry the 1. 1 plus 6 is 7. 7 plus 8 is 15. Write out your 5, carry the 1. 1 plus 9 is 10. 10 plus 6 is 16. Write out your 6, carry the 1. 1 plus 6 is 7. Write out your 7. Don't forget your comma. And 69,691 plus 6,857 is 76,548. Let's do it again. Start all the way to the right. I have 18,487 plus 50,097. 7 plus 7 is 14. Write out your 4, carry the 1. 1 plus 8 is 9. 9 plus 9 is 18. Write out your 8, carry the 1. 1 plus 4 is 5. 5 plus 0 is still 5. Write out your 5. 8 plus 0 is 8. 1 plus 5 is 6. Don't forget your comma, and you end up with 68,584. I'm just going to keep on moving. 21,601 plus 42,335. Start all the way to the right. 1 plus 5 is 6. 0 plus 3 is 3. 6 plus 3 is 9. 1 plus 2 is 3. 2 plus 4 is 6. Nothing carried over in that entire problem. 63,936. That's going to be your answer. Okay, see, these aren't so bad. So you're going to try them on your own. If you have the notes in front of you, pause the video and do the next couple problems. If you don't, that's okay. Just watch the video. You'll learn something anyway. But if you're able to pause the video, do it now. All right, welcome back. Let's see how you did. 36,835 plus 1,967. So add 5 plus 7, you get 2. Well, you get 12. Write out the 2 underneath and carry over the 1. 1 plus 3 is 4. 4 plus 6 is 10. So write out your 0, carry the 1. 1 plus 8 is 9. 9 plus 9 is 18. Write out your 8, carry the 1. 1 plus 6 is 7. 7 plus 1 is 8. Write out your 8. 3 plus nothing is 3. Write out your comma. 38,802. Okay. 19,365 plus 80,187. Go all the way to the right. 5 plus 7 is 12. Write out your 2. Carry the 1. 1 plus 6 is 7. 7 plus 8 is 15. Write out your 5. Carry the 1. 1 plus 3 is 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. Write out your 5. 9 plus 0 is 9. 1 plus 8 is 9. Write out your comma, and you get 99,552. Okay, here we go, another one. 88,718 plus 4,494. Go all the way to the right. 8 plus 4 is 12. Write out your 2, carry the 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 9 is 11. Write out your 1, carry the 1. 1 plus 7 is 8. 8 plus 4 is 12. Write out your 2, carry the 1. 1 plus 8 is 9. 9 plus 4 is 13. Write out your 3, carry the 1. 1 plus 8 is 9. Drop down the comma, and you end up with 93,212. More. All right. 28,553 plus 63,412. Go all the way to the right. 3 plus 2 is 5. Write it underneath the line. 5 plus 1 is 6. 5 plus 4 is 9. 8 plus 3 is 12. Right? I'm sorry, that was a close one. 8 plus 3 is 11. Write out your 1, carry the 1. 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus 6 is 9. Write out your comma. 91,965. All right, so let's wrap this up with the word problem. A school library has 8,472 books at the beginning of the year. During the year, the library received 12,365 new books. How many books does the library have now? So if you started out with that and you're going to tack on more, you're adding these numbers together. I like to put the larger number on top, not that it matters. 1, 2, 3, 6, 5. And I'm going to add. Now make sure you line these numbers up. 8,472. See how the commas are lined up all nice? You don't want to take that away. Don't change that anytime soon. All right, start all the way to the right. 5 plus 2 is 7. 6 plus 7 is 13. Write out your 3, carry the 1. 1 plus 3 is 4. 4 plus 4 is 8. Drop down your comma. 2 plus 8 is 10. Write out your 0, carry the 1. 1 plus 1 is 2, and we end up with 20,837. Now, what are we talking about? This is a word problem, so we need words for our answer. How many books does the library have now? How many books does the library have now? Well, it has 20,837 books. That's how many books they have now. So, adding multiple digit numbers, bigger digit numbers is not that bad. You just have to add more. So hopefully this helped. If it did, like, subscribe. Subscribing goes a long way for me, so please make sure you do that. And as always, thanks for watching. Bye. What up, what up? I'm the math teacher Goat, and today in third grade math, we are going to subtract 4-digit and 5-digit numbers. And a lot of these problems are going to involve borrowing. Now, if you watch all of my videos, we did 3-digit numbers and 2-digit numbers with borrowing. Now we're just making these numbers bigger. And if you're like, well, is this going to be much worse? Is this going to be harder? It's just more. So it's not that bad. You'll find out. What you should do, though, is you should go to the link in the description of this video and download the notes, okay? If you're able to print them out, you'll have them right in front of you, and you can follow along. I'm going to do a bunch of problems, and then I'm going to ask you to pause the video so you can practice them and then check your work. Also, like, subscribe, leave a comment. All that good stuff goes a long, long, long way for me. Now, subtraction with borrowing. We did, like I said before, subtraction with borrowing for 3- and 2-digit numbers. Now we're doing 5- and 4-digit numbers, and it's the same exact rules. So what you're going to do is make sure that the numbers are lined up, stacked all the way to the right. Then you start all the way to the right at 7 minus 2 and subtract. So this is basically very normal. In fact, this whole thing is normal. Now, what will happen is if we have to borrow, then we'll have to borrow. That won't happen here. I'm looking at the numbers ahead of time. No borrowing here. We'll talk about borrowing when we get there. So let's just subtract for now. 7 minus 2 is 5. Write it underneath the line. 8 minus 0 is 8. 5 minus 0 is 5. 7 minus 4 is 3. And 6 minus nothing is 6. Bring down your comma. And 67,587 minus 4,002 is 63,585. Now, no borrowing here. That just didn't happen. So when we do get to borrowing, keep in mind you're going to borrow from the next number over and have to deal with that. That will happen here. So let's see what happens. Everything's lined up. Start all the way to the right. 8 minus 1 is 7. Now 0 is larger than 4. I can't do 0 minus 4. So I'm going to borrow 1 from 7 and make 7 6. Because I'm taking 1 away from 7. Now I'm going to do 10 minus 4, which is 6. Keep going. 6 minus 0 is 6. 9 minus 8 is 1. 3 minus nothing is 3. Drop down the comma. 39,708 minus 8,041 is 31,667. Okay? All right. Let's do another one. Okay, a little bit more borrowing in this case. 0 minus 8, can't do it. Let's borrow 1 from 9 and turn 9 into 8. Now I have 10 minus 8, which is 2. Go to the left. 8 minus 5 is 3. 2 minus 6, can't do it. Borrow 1 from 3 and turn 3 into 2. 12 minus 6 is 6. 2 minus 2 is 0. And 1 minus 1 is 0. So any leftover zeros to the left, I don't need them. We're just going to get rid of them. As long as they're all to the left, I don't need them. Now we're left with 632, and that is going to be my final answer for that one. Okay? Like I said, just the same as it always is, just more numbers to deal with. All right, go all the way to the right. 1 minus 3, can't do it. Borrow 1 from 7 and turn 7 into 6. 11 minus 3 is 8. 6 minus 2 is 4. 4 minus 3 is 1. 8 minus 6 is 2. And 8 minus 2 is 6. Here's your comma. 88,471 minus 26,323 is 62,148. Now, I did a bunch. You're going to do a bunch. If you can, pause the video, try the next problems on your own, and then come back when you're ready. Pause the video now. All right, welcome back. Let's see how you did. Hopefully you did these on your own and got them all right. 90,809 minus 9,236. Go all the way to the right. 9 minus 6 is 3. 0 minus 3, can't do it. Borrow 1 from 8 and turn 8 into 7. Now 10 minus 3 is 7. 7 minus 2 is 5. 0 minus 9, can't do it. Borrow 1 from 9 and call it 8. 10 minus 9 is 1. And 8 minus nothing is 8. So let's put our comma there. And we end up with 81,573. Okay? All right. 75,537 minus 24,093. Go all the way to the right. 7 minus 3 is 4. 3 minus 9, can't do it. Borrow 1 from 5 and turn 5 into 4. 13 minus 9 is 4. 4 minus 0 is 4. 5 minus 4 is 1. And 7 minus 2 is 5. So we end up with 51,444. 95,649 minus 91,601. Go all the way to the right. 9 minus 1 is 8. 4 minus 0 is 4. 6 minus 6 is 0. 5 minus 1 is 4. 9 minus 9 is 0. As we mentioned, if there's numbers all the way to the left and it's 0, you don't need it. Let's put a comma there and drop down 4,048. That's going to be my final answer. 86,774 minus 56,128. Go all the way to the right. 4 minus 8, can't do it. Borrow 1 from 7 and call it 6. 14 minus 8 is 6. 6 minus 2 is 4. 7 minus 1 is 6. 6 minus 6 is 0. 8 minus 5 is 3. Drop down your comma, and you get 30,644. 46. So let's wrap this thing up with the word problem. Okay, and when we have a word problem, we have to be very careful to set things up. A toy store had 24,583 toys in stock at the beginning of the month. During a big sale, the store sold 7,946 toys. How many toys are left in stock? Now, they started out with that much and they got rid of that much. This is the subtraction problem. So we're going to set up 24,583 and make sure 7,946 is lined up. Look at the commas. Line up the commas with the commas. 7,946. And then we're going to subtract away. 3 minus 6. Can't do it. Borrow 1 from 8 and turn 8 into 7. 13 minus 6 is 7. 7 minus 4 is 3. 5 minus 9, can't do it. Borrow 1 from 4 and turn 4 into 3. 15 minus 9 is 6. 3 minus 7, can't do it. Borrow 1 from 2 and turn 2 into 1. 13 minus 7 is 6. 1 minus nothing is 1. Drop down your comma, and we have 16,637. Now, what does that mean? What are we talking about? What real-life object? How many toys are left in stock? 16,637 toys are left in stock. All right, so subtracting really big numbers is the same as subtracting not so big numbers. Just have to do a little bit more. So I hope this video kind of helped a little bit. If it did, please subscribe to my channel, like the video, leave a comment if you can. And as always, thanks for watching. Bye. What up? I'm the math teacher Goat, and today in third grade math, we're going to do a bunch of different things with addition and subtraction. If you watch all of my videos, we added pretty big numbers. We did word problems. We subtracted pretty big numbers. We did word problems. Well, now we're going to do all these weird problems all thrown in together in this lesson that's probably going to be like 15, 20, 25 minutes long. So buckle up. This one's going to be a doozy. If you are able to, click on the link in the description of this video, download the notes, and print them out. I'm going to do a lot of things, and it would be nice if they're in front of you because I'm going to do some problems, and then I'm going to ask you to do some problems, and that way you can jot stuff down along the way. If you can't, fine, just watch the video. Make sure you like, subscribe, leave a comment, all that good stuff. Now, the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to rearrange some numbers based off of what we're talking about. If 369 minus 127 is 242, then 127 plus blank equals 369. So we're rearranging things, and we're trying to understand what addition and subtraction actually means. If I have a number and I take away a number, I get a number. So if I were to take the number that I took away and combined it with my answer, I get the original number. So 129 plus 242 gives me the original number of 369. Okay, so we're just moving stuff around. We're turning subtraction into a reorganized an addition problem. Kind of strange. Let's do another one. If 677 minus 469 is 208, then 469 plus 208 is what? Well, use common sense. If I have 600 something minus 400 something and I get 200 something, wouldn't adding the 400 something plus the 200 something get me back to that 600 something? Yes, it will. Yes, it will. Yes, it will. So I just did 2 problems. I want you to try the next 2 on your own. Pause the video, try them, come back and check. Pause the video now. Welcome back. Welcome back. If 89 plus 371 is 460, then what's 460 minus 89? Well, if I took away 89 from 460, I'm left with 371. So 460 minus 89 is 371. Just reorganizing things, turning an addition problem into a different subtraction problem. Let's try another. If 842 minus 59 is 783, then what plus 59 is 842? Well, if I took away 59 from 842 and got that 783, then adding 783 to 59 gets me back to my 842. Okay? So that's one type of problem that you're going to see when you deal with addition and subtraction problems in third grade. Here's another type of problem that you're going to see. Maybe you're given a word problem, or maybe in this case you're given a table. And you're talking about, in this case, each kid collects rocks. So rocks collected. You have Kelsey, Lily, and Kai. Kelsey collected 958. Lily collected 923. Kai collected 975. How many more rocks did Kai collect than Lily? So Kai collected more than Lily, and we want to know how many more he collected. That's subtraction. So we're going to take Kai's number, which is 975, and we're going to subtract Lily's number with 923. So make sure everything's lined up. And this is just a regular old subtraction problem. Go all the way to the right. 5 minus 3 is 2. 7 minus 2 is 5. 9 minus 9 is nothing. But you don't need that 0 all the way to the left. You are left with just 52. Now, this is a word problem, so let's make sure we use words in our answers. How many more rocks did Kai collect than Lily? He collected 52 more rocks. Okay? All right. Now there's a part 2. What is the total amount of all the rocks collected? Total amount means I'm going to add these three numbers up. So I'm going to add 958 plus 923 plus 975. I'm going to add these three numbers up. When you add 3 digits, you start all the way to the right, and then you add, carry over, complete the problem. So remember the numbers in your mind. 8 plus 3 is 11. 11 plus 5 is 16. So write out your 6, carry the 1. Do it again. 1 plus 5 is 6. 6 plus 2 is 8. 8 plus 7 is 15. Write out your 5, carry the 1. 1 plus 9 is 10. 10 plus 9 is 19. And 19 plus 9 is 28. So we're going to write out 28. I have 4 digits, so 1, 2, 3, and put a comma. What is the total amount of all rocks collected? Well, they collected 2,856 rocks. Okay? So I just did a problem involving a table. I want you to do the problem completely on your own. Pause the video, do the problem, check, pause it now. Welcome back. All right, let's see how you did. Each child raised money for a fundraiser. So you have Nevaeh, Alexis, and Nick. Nevaeh raised $576, Alexis raised $921, and Nick raised $489. How much more did Nevaeh raise than Nick? How much more did Nevaeh raise? So Nevaeh raised $576, and we know that if we're asking how much more did somebody do, we're going to subtract the other number. So that's going to be 576 minus 489. Okay? So let's do some subtraction. 6 minus 9, can't do it. Borrow 1 from 7 and call 7 6. 16 minus 9 is 7. 6 minus 8, can't do it. Borrow 1 from 5 and call it 4. 16 minus 8 is 6. 4 minus 4 is nothing. but I don't need that 0. What are we talking about here? How much more did Nevaeh raise than Nick? We're talking about money. So she raised $87 more. And that's the answer for that one. How much money was raised altogether? Well, just like the last problem, we're going to add these three numbers up. 576 plus 921 plus 489. So we're adding three-digit numbers together. We're going to have to carry over for sure. So go all the way to the right. 6 plus 1 is 7. 7 plus 9 is 16. Write out your 6. Carry the 1. 1 plus 7 is 8. 8 plus 2 is 10. 10 plus 8 is 18. Write out your 8. Carry the 1. 1 plus 5 is 6. 6 plus 9 is 15. And 15 plus 4 is 19. So we're going to write out our 1. We're going to write out our 9. 1, 2, 3, put a comma there. And how much money was raised altogether? $1,986. That's a lot of cash. That's a lot of cash. Let's do a different type of problem. Oh, the age problems. Doomblade is 37 years old. Killbot 3000 is 4 years older than Doomblade and 3 years older than Pilgor. How old is Pilgor? All right, we have three people. Let's write them out. We have Doomblade. I'll put a D for Doomblade. We have Killbot 3000, which is a K. And then you have Pilgor, which is a P. What do I know? I know Doomblade is 37. Killbot is 4 years older than Doomblade. So Killbot is 37 plus 4, which is 41. Now, Doomblade is also, no, my bad, Killbot is also 3 years older than Pilgor. So if Killbot 3000 is 3 years older than Pilgor, that means Pilgor is 3 years younger than Killbot. So we're going to take Killbot's age of 41, and we're going to take away 3 years from that. 41 minus 3 is 38. How old is Pilgor? Pilgor is 38 years old. Okay? Tricky. It gets worse. Captain Fuzzbucket is 8 years old. Sir Wobblebutt is 8 years older than Zorpzilla and 9 years younger than Princess Picklepants. These are all real people. These are all friends of mine. Zorpzilla is 5 years younger than Captain Fuzzbucket. How old is Princess Picklepants? All right, so we have Captain Fuzzbucket, C for Captain. We have Sir Wobblebutt, S for Sir. We have Zorpzilla, which is a Z. And we have Princess Picklepants, which is a P. Let's write out what we know. Captain Fuzzbucket is 8 years old. So Captain is 8. Sir Wobblebutt is 8 years older than Zorpzilla. That doesn't help us. Not right now. 9 years younger than Princess Picklepants. That also doesn't help us. So we're going to leave that blank for now because all I know is Captain Fuzzbucket. None of this talks about Captain Fuzzbucket. But Zorpzilla is 5 years younger than Captain Fuzzbucket. So Zorpzilla is 8 minus 5, which makes Zorpzilla 3. Now let's go back because it says here Sir Wobblebutt is 8 years older than Zorpzilla. If Zorpzilla is 3, then 8 years older is 3 plus 8, which is 11. Now I can figure out Princess Picklepants because Sir Wobblebutt is 9 years younger than Princess Picklepants. So if Sir Wobblebutt is 9 years younger then Princess Pickle Pants, then Princess Pickle Pants is 9 years older than Sir Wobblebutt. Sir Wobblebutt is 11. Princess Pickle Pants is 9 years older than that, making Princess Pickle Pants 20. How old is Princess Pickle Pants? Well, she's 20 years young. You know, people say, when am I going to learn this in real life? There you go. So I did 2. You're going to try 2 completely on your own. Okay. Obviously, word problems, obviously tricky. Take your time, try them out. And when you're ready, come back and do them or double check them, make sure they're good. So I want you to pause the video now. All right. I called Princess Pickle Pants and wished her a happy birthday. Apparently, she turned 20 last week. So she's doing well. She's in college at Pickle Pants University. Lord Fluffington Meowsworth III is 40 years old. It's a really old cat. Captain Whiskerbottom von Perzelot is 3 years younger than Admiral Catechus Thunderpaws and 5 years younger than Lord Fluffington Meowsworth III. How old is Admiral Catechus Thunderpaws? Well, we have 3 cats. It sounds like 50, but we have 3 cats. We have Lord Fluffington Meowsworth III. We have Captain Whiskerbottom von Perzelot, and we have Admiral Catechus Thunderpaws. All right, what do we know? Lord Fluffington Meowsworth III is 40, a very old cat indeed. Captain Whiskerbottom von Perzelot is 3 years younger. So that's going to be 40. Oh, wait. No, that was a close one. That was a close one because I didn't read the rest of it. He's 3 years younger than Admiral Catechus Thunderpaws. Okay, so Captain Whisker, just the captain, and the Admiral, I don't have any information about yet, so I can't do anything. But Captain is 5 years younger than Lord Fluffington Meowsworth III. So if the captain, if the Admiral is 5 years younger than the Lord, then Admiral is 40 minus 5, which is 35. Okay. Now, Captain Whiskerbottom von Perzelot is 3 years younger than the Admiral. So the Admiral is 35, so the Captain is 35 minus 3, making him or her 32. Who do we care about? Admiral Catechus Thunderpaws. So I found all 3 of them, even though I only had to find the Admiral. And Admiral Catechus Thunderpaws is 35 years old. All right. Now I finally made easy names. How presidential of me. Washington is 20 years old. Kennedy is 42 years younger than Lincoln and 10 years older than Washington. How old is Lincoln? Only 3 people here. We got Washington, we've got Kennedy, and we've got Lincoln. Okay? Washington is 20. Easy peasy. Kennedy is 42 years younger than Lincoln. I have no information about Kennedy and Lincoln. None. But Kennedy is 10 years older than Washington. So Kennedy is 20 plus 10, which is 30. Now, Kennedy is 42. Kennedy is, hold on, no. I need to go back to Lincoln. My fault. Lincoln, no, hold on. Kennedy is 42 years younger than Lincoln. So that makes Lincoln 42 years older than Kennedy. So 30 plus 42. That's 72. How old is Lincoln? Lincoln is 72 years old. Ugh. Hate those problems. Hate them. All right. These are kind of fun, though. I kind of like these. This is a different type of problem. The difference of 2 numbers is 5. Difference means minus. Okay. 1 minus the other is 5. Their sum is 19. What are the 2 numbers? So basically, if I take 2 numbers and subtract the big minus the small, I get 5. If I add them up, I get 19. What are the 2 numbers? I like to think of numbers that add up to 19 first. It's always easier to come up with the numbers that you add up to first, and then we try them out. How about 10 and 9? Now, 10 plus 9 is 19. But 10 minus 9 is 1, so I'm not even close. So what other numbers could add up to 19? Let's spread these numbers apart a little bit. How about 12 and 7? 12 minus 7 is 5. So those are our numbers. The two numbers are going to be 12 and 7. So basically with these, there's no like huge strategy. You just guess and see which one works for both. The sum of two numbers is 12 and their difference is 2. So when I add these numbers up, I get 12, but when I subtract them, I get 2. So think of two numbers that add up to 12 first. And these numbers are friendly enough that I could try to think of two numbers that subtract out the 2. So how about 7 and 5? All right, so 7 and 5 add up to 12. 7 minus 5 is 2. So 7 and 5 will do the job. Okay? Now, I did 2. I want you to try 2. Okay? The sum means you add them. The difference means you subtract. You're going to guess two numbers, add them up, see if subtracting them out works too. Try them on your own. Pause the video now. All right. Welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, back. The difference of two numbers is 6. The sum of the two numbers is 16. What are the two numbers? I like to guess the numbers that add up first. So I'm going to add two numbers up to get 16. Let's try 10 and 6. I care about what they subtract out to. So 10 minus 6 is 4. So that's not my option. I don't want you. So let's spread them out a little bit. How about 9 and 7? 9 and 7. 9 minus 7, is 2. So I was way off. All right. So let's do 11 and 5. We went in the wrong direction. So 11 and 5 is going in the right direction. 11 minus 5 is 6, which is what we want. So 11 and 5 are my two numbers. All right. The sum of two numbers is 6, and their difference is 4. So what are the two numbers? Well, let's think of two numbers that add up to 6. How about 2 and 4? What do I want? I want to subtract them to get 4. So 4 minus 2 is 2. So nope, I was off. So how about 5 and 1? That adds up to 6. And 5 minus 1 is 4. So 5 and 1 is going to be my guy. You think we're done? Oh, but we're not. We're going to skip count. We're going to do some, number patterns and stuff like that. You probably have, done patterns like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. We're going to do that, and we're going to find out the pattern and guess the number that is in the question mark to figure out the pattern. So 2, 4, 6, 8, you're adding by 2 every time. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 12 plus 2, 14. It's going to be the next one. 5, 10, 15. I'm adding by 5s this time. So 5, 10, 15 plus 5 is 20. 20 plus 5 is 25. So the answer is 20. I did it right. 10, blank, 30, 40, 50. I'm going up by 10s. So 10, 20 again, 30, 40, 50. Those numbers seem to work out. So I did it. You do it. Try them. See if you get them right. Pause the video. Come back and check. Pause the video now. All right. Let's see if we can skip count. 2, 4, 8, 10, 12, 14. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Those are the even numbers. 9, 6, 3, 12, 15. What am I doing? Oh, I'm adding 3 every time. So 15 plus 3 is going to be 18. 100, 200, 400, 500. That one is 300. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Finally, we can wrap this up and be done with this very large lesson. We did all these strategies. Crazy. A wildlife park has 32,485 visitors on Monday. On a rainy Tuesday, 8,736 fewer visitors came than expected. How many visitors came to the park on Tuesday? So what we're going to do is we notice, all right, we have a big number, and then all of a sudden, that number fewer came. So we're going to subtract 32,485 minus, now make sure you line up the commas, 8,736. Okay? And we're just going to subtract. All right, right away, 5 minus 6, we're borrowing. So we're going to borrow 1 from 8 and call you 7. 15 minus 6 is 9. 7 minus 3 is 4. 4 minus 7 can't do it. Borrow 1 from 2, call it 1. 14 minus 7 is 7. 1 minus 8 can't do it. Borrow 1 from 3 and call it 2. 11 minus 8 is 3. 2 minus nothing is 2. Drop down your comma. This is a word problem, so we get 23,749. And what are we talking about? Visitors. Visitors. Wow. I hope that was very helpful. We did a lot of strategies there. Make sure you like, subscribe, leave a comment if you can. And as always, thanks for watching. Bye.